And today we're going to be talking about 4 different ways that we're going to unlock our feminine energy in 2024.
First time in a long time, hurting deep inside.
Hi babes, welcome back to my channel, and I'm Chelsea. If you're new here, I know it's been 2 weeks, it's been a minute. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do like the vibes, I hope you decide to subscribe and join the family. But we're back in full effect. Your girl went on a trip. As you can see, your girl is nice, tan, and golden. But yeah, let's get into today's topic. So I'm going to be talking about 4 different ways that we're going to unlock our feminine energy to show up as our best selves in 2024. I have been on a journey personally to just tap into my feminine energy and really just allow myself to be a woman, you know. And what that means to me is allowing myself to be soft, allowing myself to be vulnerable, allowing myself to have real feelings and emotions, and not be afraid to vocalize them if I am like in a space to share that. So that's something that I'm currently working on, and I'm also taking you guys on my journey as well. I am just on a journey of leveling up and just really becoming my best self and my dream girl. So hopefully these tips resonate for you and you're able to take some things. And as always, if you guys do have any tips, don't be afraid to share and comment and interact. This is a safe space, so yeah, feel free to share. So let's get into it. First thing that I have been personally working on is not being in that mode of chase. I do not chase, I attract. Not chasing, just allowing it to come to you is something that I have personally been working on over the past few months, really the past few years with that specific topic, is to allow things to come to me naturally. Okay, just sit back and relax. Just sit back and allow it to come to you. Now that does not mean that we're a lazy girl. That doesn't mean that we're not getting to business. That does not mean that we are not taking our business ventures seriously. What that means is not being so forceful and headstrong all the time. That's something that I'm currently working on and working through when it comes to leveling up and just tapping into that feminine side, because a feminine woman does not chase, honey. Like, okay, she attracts. You are the prize, okay?
Just remember that you are the prize. Yes!
And that goes in every aspect. Like, you do not have to chase to get the things that you want. If it's meant to be and if God sees fit, he's gonna make it happen. And that's something that I've been relying on heavily, is to, if something doesn't work out for me, whether that is a relationship, business stuff, or whatever the case may be, I'm just allowing that to be that. Like, that's okay. It just was not meant for me. So that is really an important part of just staying in your feminine energy, allowing things to come to you, all of the good things. What Janae Aiko said, all of the good things, okay? And that's something that I try to remember. Even when life gets hard, I'm like, oh, I really want this thing. Just saying to myself, if it happens, great. If not, then so be it, because it wasn't in my plans. You know, God has a plan for us all, and I feel like sometimes we try to force those plans, or sometimes we try to maneuver things on our own, and just allowing him to take the lead. So that is something that I'm currently working on, to kind of tap into that feminine side of myself and just allow things to flow into my world, into my universe naturally. That includes everything. I'm talking about from relationships to money to business opportunities to whatever the case may be. Whatever is meant for me will be. So I highly recommend you guys tap into that tip, because that's a really big thing. And when you don't allow things to come into your life naturally, it makes you overthink. You're overthinking, you're overreacting, because you're thinking about this scenario to this scenario on why it's not working out for you. I really recommend you guys just allow things to flow into your life naturally, and it will help alleviate a lot of stress. That's kind of the journey that I'm on right now, is just allowing things to happen and just living freely. That's something that I am currently trying to do, is live freely. Get out of that survival mode, let it be. Just let things that are, all of the good things that are supposed to come and show up in my life, allowing them to show up. Tip number 2, when it comes to your feminine energy and how to build that up, give yourself the love that you desire. I talked about this in my 12 micro habits video, but I really wanted to focus on these 4 things because I feel like it really hones into that video. But give yourself the love that you want and desire out of a partner, out of a friendship, out of a relationship, whatever the case may be. Give that love to yourself first, and the rest will come to you naturally. And that's just how I feel in this point in my life, just giving myself the love. So if I want flowers every week from my partner, I'm going to start giving myself flowers every week, and you guys are going to see that on my journey as well. I want to have like a routine where I give myself flowers, because that's something that I want for myself and from a partner. And this doesn't even have to go in a relationship aspect. It's more so even the energy that you give out to the universe, it comes back to you. It's the type of energy that you're going to get back when you're interacting with just random people. So if you give love, of course, everybody is not at the same capacity as you, so they're not going to be able to give you the love that you're giving, but you will stumble across some people who are able to give you that. So that's something that I'm currently working on. It's really tending to my personal needs when it comes to like me being a woman. If I want somebody to be able to communicate with me properly, even how I talk to myself, sometimes we do have those days where we're just not feeling our best self. And that's okay, because we're human. At the end of the day, I always say this every single time: you're a human being. Give yourself grace. This is your first time walking the earth. You're experiencing things that you've never experienced before. And that's something that I'm keeping in mind too along my journey. I'm gonna slip, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna do good one day, and I may not do so good the other day, and that's okay. But for me, I wanna interact with people that are able to still give me love even when I'm going through certain things, you know? So that's why I'm gonna start with myself. Even if I'm having a bad day, versus being like so hard, like, girl, you shouldn't have did that, or girl, you know better, you know? Give yourself that grace. I feel like that's so important. Some days you're gonna be hitting all of your goals, right? Everything is gonna be great. Some months everything is gonna be great, no problems. But when you do run into like a little like, don't really like how this is feeling, that's the time where you give yourself grace and you give yourself the love that you want from others. Also includes like solo dates and things of that nature. I want to start taking you guys on solo dates with me. I really want to start doing that. I'm a date girl. Like, I love all types of dates. I like activity dates. Now, not too much outside, okay? Not too much outside. But I do like going on dates and doing different things. So I want to start doing those activities with myself. So number one, I can find a hobby in the midst of all of this. And then on top of the fact, I'm giving myself the type of energy that I want, you know, and even giving myself gifts, doing things that I really enjoy is something that's going to help me really tap into that feminine energy. So I highly recommend you guys take that tip and just really apply it to your day-to-day, because sometimes, y'all, we don't give ourselves enough grace. We don't give ourselves enough love. Making sure that we're on top of our self-care routines, that kind of plays back into, you know, giving yourself the love that you desire. Like, taking time with you, that's important, okay? Don't rush the process. Take time with you. Just always remember that you are a work in progress, okay? You are a masterpiece. So master your peace and your energy along this whole journey, and that will definitely help you tap in to that feminine energy side. And that's something that I'm looking forward to. That's really exciting for me to be able to look back at my life and my journey. That's why I wanted to document it for you guys firsthand, so you can see me in the process of really becoming who I always wanted to be. You know, there's always room for more. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on and leaning into. Definitely going to start taking the whole flower thing seriously, because I'm a romance girl, okay? Romance me. If the romance ain't there, I'm not really paying attention, and that's just what it is. I really want to give myself that love and attention, because that's what I desire. Yeah, I highly recommend you guys do that whenever you're trying to unlock that feminine energy. And it does not always have to be material things. It's really just becoming one with yourself and really tapping into you. And I feel like that's something that I have definitely been trying to work on recently. So tip number 3 when it comes to unlocking your feminine energy, we kind of tapped on this topic at the beginning of the video, but becoming in tune with your emotions is so important, and acknowledging how you feel. And that starts with journaling. I have been journaling for the past year, and now I'm trying to get even more consistent. So I may do it like once every 2 or 3 days, or once every, you know, 2 or 3 times a week. But now I'm trying to double down and do it every day, so I can look back at my journey and really acknowledge how I feel. And just even some other things that I'm trying to tap into as well, that I will speak about later once I've actually done it, and tell you guys how it has helped me. But definitely journaling to kind of tap into your feelings. Maybe working on oversharing. I know for me personally, I have been working on oversharing, y'all. And in the midst of that, sometimes it can feel pretty lonely, because it's like, okay, you're not sharing certain things that you would normally share, so who else do you have to talk to? Which is why I want to double down on my journaling even more. So you guys are gonna see me journal a lot more often, more so like every day versus every 2 to 3 days, just so I can really work on that personal relationship with myself. I feel like if you work on your personal relationship with you, the rest of the world will not matter. Nothing else will matter as long as you work on that personal relationship. Like, whatever problem you're having, whatever, you know, disagreement that you're having with other people, it won't affect you as much. I'm not saying it won't affect you, because we're still human and we have feelings and emotions. However, it won't bother you as much when you're doing the inner work. It's just like, okay, this is who this person is, this is what happened, and I'm allowing it to be. You can't change anyone or how somebody handles you or in a certain situation. So all you can do is just say, okay, this is how they are, and it's not for me to change them. So I'm just gonna make sure I change and work on how I respond to certain things that come up in my life, and that's something that I have definitely done the work on. Because let me tell you, Chelsea back in the day would probably go off the handle on somebody, but these days I'm just like, okay, this is how I feel, and that's okay. You know, that's okay to be vulnerable. And if somebody says that you shouldn't be vulnerable or you shouldn't, you know, cry or anything like that, that may be a personal thing with themselves, but I feel like it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be vulnerable and open with people if something is bothering you. But becoming self-aware, it will help you understand like your triggers and help you know what circumstances and situations that you should not be in. And that kind of plays on the boundaries topic as well. Having boundaries is so important when it comes to your feminine energy. It will help you determine who should be in your space and who should not, who deserves your time and who does not. And I feel like that's a big piece of feminine energy, because if you allow other people to become a frequent visitor in your space, it will only deplete you, and you will be wondering like, why do I always not feel like my best self? And it's because maybe the certain people that you're entertaining or allowing into your space are really taking you away from who you desire to be. So I feel like boundaries, becoming more self-aware, will help you unlock that feminine energy, because you will know your triggers. You will know like, hey, this is making me feel this kind of way and I kind of feel uncomfortable about it, so let me figure out how else I can go in a different direction. Even writing that down can help you as well. Definitely help you as well when it comes to focusing within, because I feel like I have become a lot more self-aware than I was probably 5 years ago. I was 23, and y'all, whatever would bother me, baby, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm not gonna say it the nicest way. But these days I'm like, okay, if something is bothering me, I like to take a step back first of all, then trying to figure out how to navigate after that has been like a big thing for me, versus like reacting off emotion. You're not allowing yourself to get upset easily. You're able to maintain and monitor your emotions so that you can respond properly. And my last and final tip when it comes to unlocking your feminine energy would definitely have to be making time for your hobbies. I'm 28 years old, and I just feel like, you know, I never really had just like a hobby. Every hobby that I've had has turned into work. Like for instance, makeup. I used to be a full-time makeup artist. If you didn't know, if you're new here, I used to do makeup full-time. And of course, that was a hobby for me at first, but then it turned into work. So it wasn't as enjoyable as it was when it was just a hobby and I was just doing it. Because your girl used to do a nasty beat down. Without it, I would have a cut crease. It would be top 2, not number 2. These days, I'm really trying to lean into different things and different projects. So I used to draw like when I was a kid, and I really want to tap back into that, because that really was a hobby back then for me. So yeah, I want to kind of tap into that. It's still like a creative aspect to that, but I really do love all things artistry. I've always been like that since I was a kid. I used to draw. I was never a schoolgirl. I was never like deep in them books, okay? Like that was me. Like I really did enjoy that. So I really want to tap back into that, or even do pottery. I also want to start making flower arrangements with the flowers that I get weekly. So that may be a series that we kind of incorporate in our vlogs here on my channel. So let me know if that's something that you want to see, because I really be seeing the girls like putting their floral arrangements together, and it's so beautiful. So I would love to do that for you guys. Maybe on a weekly basis we make different floral arrangements. I will be open to us doing like a broadcast or something, just showing like the different hobbies that we're doing to like kind of tap into that feminine side. The girls need some soft things, okay? We need everything soft, okay? I need a soft life, and that's how I'm starting it off. I want to be open to doing all of the soft life, all of the soft girl things, tennis. It's so many different things that I want to do, y'all, for this summer. Comment below some of your hobbies that you have been incorporating. It doesn't have to be on the topic of feminine energy or feminine era. It's just, what do you like to do that brings out that soft side in you? Let me know, because I might want to take up your recommendation. So those are my 4 tips to unlocking your feminine energy and stepping into that feminine power. If you do have any other tips and you want to share them, feel free to share them in the comment section. On my micro habits video, you guys dropped some gems, and I really do appreciate all of you all for even just supporting and just commenting and giving the girls some other resources that they can utilize to help them on their journey. It's not an overnight thing, and that's something that has really been made clear for me, that this is not an overnight thing. It's gonna take years, it may take months. However, I'm gonna put the effort in, I'm gonna put the work in to like tap into that soft side. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
First time in a long time.